What's up, guys? My name is Anthony and I don't have an intro now. Recently I've been busting out a whole lot of storytime commentaries and the feedback has been absolutely spectacular, off the walls. The ratings, the comments, everything has just been great. And everybody knows that ratings helps out a commentator, but something that up until recently I haven't been getting a whole lot of was comments, and it's kind of cool to be able to read through comments and kind of like visually see how you guys are liking the commentaries, the videos, and honestly, everything has been really great, and I just honestly want to say thank you for that. So I'm going to be busting out another one of these Storytime commentaries today, and today I'm going to be talking about the scariest moment of my life. Alright, so the scariest moment of my life. I would have to say, if it wasn't the scariest, it sure was up there. I might make a couple of other commentaries about other kind of close calls or scary moments that I've had, but for this commentary, I'm going to talk about the time that I almost got attacked by a wild bear. Yes, you heard that right. Just a bear, like a big, I think it was a black bear, I couldn't tell, it was dark at night, but let's get into the story. Alright, so it was about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit more than that. It was at my school's graduation, and I was sitting through the ceremony, and I'm just kind of chilling with my friends through this thing, and I don't know if you guys have ever been to a graduation before, but they can get long and they can get boring. So pretty much the whole time I was just talking with a few girls, trying to figure out what I was going to do with the after parties, because there were a lot of different after parties that I could be going to, and I wasn't exactly sure which one I wanted to do, because back at the time I wasn't driving, so I needed to figure out A, which party I was going to go to, and B, how I was going to get there, and possibly how I was going to get home, or whose house I was going to stay at for the night. So I had a couple of things to figure out, and this graduation was long. This graduation went from maybe 7 o'clock till, I don't know, 10 o'clock. And something to keep in mind, my school isn't even that big, so it was kind of a big, long, boring ceremony for maybe, I don't know, less than 100 people, maybe, I don't know, maybe about 70 kids were graduating, and it was long and it was boring, man. It was a tough thing to sit through, but anyways, I figured that I was going to go to one of my friend's house for the beginning of the parties, and then I was going to carpool with one of my other friends over to my guy, this other guy's house, and I was going to spend the night at his house there. So the graduation ends and everything's going smoothly, and I get over to the first party's house, and we're over there, we're having a good time, but not that many people were there, so I was like, okay, this is getting kind of boring, let's get out of here and go to my other friend's house. So we get over and we finally get to my friend's house. We got lost like crazy, and at night, whenever you're driving, I know some of you guys don't drive yet, but whenever you drive at night, it is just so much easier to get lost, and we didn't have a GPS or anything. This is back in the day whenever the iPhones were, like, if you used the GPS, they would die instantly. And so my friend had an iPhone, but we couldn't use the GPS because it would kill the battery, and then we'd be kind of screwed over because we couldn't call anybody. So we're trying to get from this one house to another house, and they're maybe 20 minutes away. I swear to God, it took us a good hour to get there. It was terrible. We were just trying to figure out where we were going, and so it was kind of just one of those moments like, God, are you kidding me? We should have been here 40 minutes ago, but we're here this late. All the food's gone. Everybody's the whole party's kind of dying down a little bit. But anyways, we finally get to my friend's house, and he lives in kind of an area where there's a whole lot of not wildlife, but there's a lot of trees, and there's a lot of stuff like that. And so we're just doing our thing at this party, and then it turns about, I don't know, it was maybe about 12:30 at night. And my friend was going to be taking me home. And over here in Florida, there's a law where if you're under 18, you can't drive after 1 o'clock. And even though we didn't really care that much about that rule, we didn't want to, get caught and get in a lot of trouble, because you can get in a lot of trouble if you're driving after 1 in the morning if you're a minor. So we decided around 12:30 we were going to head out. And obviously this was a pretty big graduation party, and the driveway was all packed with cars, and there were cars going all the way down his street. And in the street, there was like this big field, and this field goes for miles, and I'm not exactly sure what the field is for. There's like power lines and stuff that go through it. But yeah, so there's this giant field, and everybody was kind of just parking along that. So me and my buddy started walking out towards his car, and his car was maybe a couple 100 feet from my friend's house. And we honked the horn to, try and find the car. And as we're going, he turns on the lights, and right in front of us we see this massive bear. And I don't know if I've ever been so scared in my life. I mean, the windows in the car were down, and me and my buddy just jumped through the windows of the car and just rolled up the windows right away. And that, honestly, I don't think I've ever been so scared in my entire life. Now, me and my friend are kind of in the back of his car, and we're really kind of scared. I mean, we're kind of just looking at this bear because the lights are like right on the bear, and we can't pull forward to get out of the guy's neighborhood without basically running over the bear, and we don't want to do that because, you know, we weren't sure what the bear's reaction to that would have been. I mean, personally, if I was a bear and somebody tried to run me over, I wouldn't be very happy. But then the craziest thing happened. We hear this dog barking, and we turned our heads, and there's like, I wasn't sure what type of dog it was, but it was a big dog. I mean, it was like, it had to be a Rottweiler or maybe a pit bull or something really big. And this dog started chasing towards the bear. And the bear turned and just sprinted away. And so this dog started running after it, barking. Then we see the dog's owner go after the dog. He's like, come here, come here. So we got out of the car really quickly and we're like, hey dude, your dog's chasing a bear. You probably want to get out of here. So that was probably one of the scariest moments of my life, and I thought that I would share it with you guys. I thought it was kind of an interesting subject, and you know, I don't think many people have ever kind of had a scare with a bear in the middle of a neighborhood. But anyways, that is it for this Storytime commentary. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. You can click that like button, you can click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and then you can drop a comment and tell me what the scariest moment of your life has been so far. If you guys want, I could do a couple more of my scariest moments, quote unquote. If you guys want to hear some of them, then just leave me a comment. I read through them all, and I love the feedback. So anyways, that's it for me, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces, bacon.